Welcome to Whiskey is a Journey. My name is Peter Fasciano, and today it's Wednesday, or whenever you're watching this. This is my channel segment that I call Sip It or Skip It. If you're new, if you're new here, I have all of my whiskeys randomized on my phone. I'm going to spin the wheel. Whatever it selects, I'm going to pull it off the shelf and do a quick review, and then let you know if I'm going to keep sipping on the bottle until it's gone and then rebuy it because I like it, or once the bottle's gone, I'm going to skip it and move on to something else. So let's go ahead and see what we're doing today and get this thing going. All right, we've got Benchmark Top Floor. This, I believe, was in one of my very first Friday flight fights. So let me go ahead and get this, get it poured, and do a quick review. All right, so here we go. We got a Benchmark Top Floor. This is a Buffalo Trace product, and just like always, the information for the whiskey is right here, along with my Sip It and Skip It tallies. I also have a link to a document in the description below. If you're curious on all of my past Sip It or Skip It tallies, they're in there. You just go ahead and click on that link, and it will give you what I thought. And I do have them in order. I don't have them in anything special, no alphabetical order. I don't have my Sip Its followed by my Skip Its. It's just from chronological order from when I first started this channel segment until just now. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and click on that link. Let's get this thing on the nose. All right, it is definitely sweet. I don't think this is high proof at all. This is 86 proof. It comes across as that typical Buffalo Trace grapey note, along with some cherry and a slight amount of spice. And you can also throw in the brown sugar and caramel and vanilla, just those traditional bourbon notes. All right, let's go ahead and get it on the palate. 86 proof, very easy going down. You get a good amount of barrel, maybe a little bit of oak. All of those cherry, vanilla, and caramel notes are definitely coming through. There's not as much spice on the palate as I got on the nose. I would say that the spice would be somewhere around a cinnamon spice, but I don't really pick that up on the palate. It's mainly sweet, and the sweetness is definitely fruit sweet. Maybe throw in a little bit of confectioner sugar, the white powdered sugar in there, but it's mainly just cherry, vanilla, caramel, brown sugar. That's the sweetness that I get the most. Being at 86 proof, and with the flavor that's in here, I think this is a good, easy sipper. I got to check on the price. I know it was like $19, $14.99. So it is one of those bourbons that you can take a risk on. Go out, get it. If you like it, great. If not, no big deal. You can use it in mixers. But, you know, with that first sip, and based on my experience that I've had in the past with all of the Benchmark in additions, I think this one was ranking pretty high on my list when I did the first Friday flight fight. Not exactly sure. I have to go back and look. But this is coming across as a very, very clean, easy sipper. No sharp edges. It seems to be pretty rounded, straight down the middle, basic bourbon. All those bourbon notes are there. Let's go ahead and get a second sip. On that second sip, a little bit more of the Buffalo Trace popsicle stick grapey note. Just imagine a grape popsicle stick, and as soon as you get done eating it, you're sitting there chewing on the popsicle stick itself. There is a little bit of a residual grape note in the stick, along with those oak notes. It's not as robust in this bottle as it is in other Buffalo Trace products, but it is there. But it's mainly just a soft, easy sipper, pretty sweet, slight amount of oak, not a whole lot to talk about. And then the finish is rather short. As soon as you drink it, you fill up your mouth with it, maybe swish it around a little bit, get as many notes as you can. And then when you swallow it, I think you're pretty much basically swallowing all of the flavor with it, and it disappears. It's not too fancy. It's not going to knock your socks off, but it's definitely going to be an easy sipper. Let me get one more taste down, and then let's move on to see whether or not this is going to be a sip or a skip for me. Yeah, on those consecutive sips, each time I sip it, I'm getting more and more and more of that grape popsicle stick. The third sip, I'm also getting a little bit more barrel tannin or oak char on the side of my tongue. Absolutely no finish whatsoever. Very, very short. But the flavors that are here with those typical bourbon notes, the brown sugar, the caramel, the vanilla, the oak, the cherry, the grape popsicle stick, all of those are there. They're just muted. It's a very basic muted bourbon. And for the price, I would say that it's pretty good. What was it again? I can't remember. $14.99. I know some people have a hard time finding this in your area. For me, in Phoenix, Arizona, this is always on the shelf. Let me know in the comments down below which of the Benchmark products you like the most. If you've had the top floor, let me know if it's a sip or a skip for you. So is this going to be a sip or a skip for me? Based on the price, based on the soft mouthfeel, the typical bourbon notes that are a little bit subdued. And I tell you what, 14 bucks, I mean, you can't beat that. But I also think with bourbons that are a little bit more expensive, maybe I would reach for the Buffalo Trace, the actual Buffalo Trace bourbon over this one. Again, Buffalo Trace in my area is always sitting on the shelf. So I would say because of that option, and that option is always available to me, this is going to be a skip. Even though it's good, I would rather drink and actually reach for the Buffalo Trace, and I believe it's around $24 in my area. Not much more than this, and I would just rather drink that. So yeah, I think this would definitely be a skip for me. Not because it's bad, I just think there's other alternatives out there that would actually reach for over this one. So what do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, do me a favor, like, subscribe, share, do all those things that YouTubers ask you to do. And until the next time, wherever you're at in your journey, I hope you're enjoying it, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.